The Jason Bourne franchise is getting a major shakeup. After a planned sixth film in the movie series failed to materialize, the franchise is hitting the chopping block, set to leave its longtime home at Universal Studios. Per Deadline, the Bourne franchise will be up for sale, which will be overseen by WME on behalf of the estate of author Robert Ludlum, who published the first book in the original series, The Bourne Identity, in 1980. Captivate Entertainment will manage the rights for the estate. Skydance, Apple, and Netflix are all said to be interested as potential buyers. At this point, it's too early to know if the franchise will be completely rebooted once it finds its new home, or if Matt Damon will end up returning as Jason Bourne. The first Bourne film, Doug Liman's The Bourne Identity, was released in 2002. It introduced Damon as Bourne, and the actor would return for 2004's The Bourne Supremacy and 2007's The Bourne Ultimatum, both of which were directed by Paul Greengrass. In 2012, Jeremy Renner stepped in as the star of the offshoot film, The Bourne Legacy, helmed by Tony Gilroy. Damon and Greengrass later reunited for 2016's Jason Bourne, and a spin-off TV series, Treadstone, aired for one season in 2019. Bourne 6 fizzled out before getting made. Collectively, the Bourne films have earned over $1.6 billion at the worldwide box office. With their continued success, there has been interest in having a sixth movie made ever since Jason Bourne was released in 2016. Progress never seemed to make much traction, though Bourne 6 was looking promising in 2023 when it was announced that Edward Berger, Conclave, All Quiet on the Western Front, was taking on the film. At that time, it wasn't clear if Damon would return, though the actor had suggested that he'd be open to it with Berger at the helm.
He said he had an idea.
Damon said of Berger's Bourne movie on The Late Show in February 2024.
So he's working on it. So I'm as anxious as you're to see this thing. I hope it's great, and that we can do it.
Several months later, however, Berger also revealed that his Bourne movie wound up stalling. He insinuated that he was still trying to come up with the right idea that he felt was solid enough that it could stand alongside the films made by Greengrass.
I'm not doing it right now,
Berger said last October, per Cinema Daily US. He added,
but Bourne is a wonderful franchise, and if there ever were, but I don't have it, but if there ever were an element that hasn't been told yet, and a good reason to bring it back, and for me to have the feeling I can make the movie as good as Paul Greengrass did, because he did great films. And that is a very high hurdle to jump over, you know.
And now, we also have an update coming from James Bond franchise. We're hearing that there's truth to Amy Pascal and David Heyman being in talks with Amazon MGM Studios to steer the Bond franchise once the handoff is finalized from Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson to the studio. Talk about the melding of two great producing minds. Pascal, while at Sony, saw the 007 franchise to its best grosses of its franchise with Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Spectre and Skyfall, the latter the highest grossing in 007 history with $1.1 billion alone. After exiting as Sony Motion Pictures chief, Pascal has gone on to produce Sony's mega-grossing Spider-Verse animated movies and its Tom Holland Spider-Man movies with Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige. At $1.95 billion, 2021's Spider-Man No Way Home is the seventh highest grossing movie of all time, and 2018's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is an Oscar-winning animated movie. Then there's Heyman, who is the captain of the blockbuster Harry Potter movie franchise, which is now getting spun off into an HBO series, as well as multi-Oscar winning movies like Gravity. Heyman recently saw his latest production, The Rivals of Amzia King starring Matthew McConaughey, get a standing ovation at its world premiere at South by Southwest, and it is 96% certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. The movie from writer-director Andrew Patterson is a potential awards contender for the taking. It's being sold by WME. The priority is for Amazon MGM Studios to make a 007 movie first before they start thinking about any series spin-offs. The studio had no comment since March 21st. Puck First had the news last night about Pascal together with Heyman. Snyder heard about Heyman's circling Bond a few weeks ago.